Okay, we just came back from our first game of the Legendary League, where just stopped the Red Skull from changing the outcome of World War II. So because of that, we put Red Skull in our pile of defeated villains, and we're just gonna throw out this game. Yeah. Here are our heroes that we could buy, and then here are the heroes that we have bought. Now, you don't get to purchase new heroes just picking new ones. In order to actually get the heroes, you need to actually accumulate the points for it. Now, the way that's calculated is you calculate up the score of your last game. And we're going to add up the cost of everything we got through. Red Skull. And let's just separate out Red Skull's 4 tactics to show that we beat him. That's a total of 25. However, we let 6 scheme twists go. And by the standard legendary rules, if you're playing for... if you're playing your scheme twists so that when one goes off, that's -3 to your total campaign scores. That's -18 plus 25. So we have a score of 7 right now. Then Shriek, we're at 11. Dema Goblin, we're at 14. We got a Bystander for 15. We have these Ambitions, which do nothing. We have a Doppelganger, bring us to 18. A Shapeshifted Copycat, bring us to 19. Got a lot of Hydras, which is a good thing, because 2 Magma Men for 21. And then Supreme Hydra, along with our 5 extra Hydra cards. Each of those Hydras is now worth plus 3 each. So we were at 18, 25, we're at 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 14, 16, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 34, 37, 42, 45, 48 points. That's pretty good. Because we're going to need all those points in order to recruit our next heroes. But before we do that, let's see what our next mission is. Let's set Red Skull off to the side. Let's set all our bad guys off to the side. Bystanders off to the side. Ambitions off to the side. Our heroes that we can purchase, and our heroes that we have purchased. But now, let's see what our next mission is. Mission, Dark Alliance. Okay, here's one of the fun quirks of Legendary's League mode that I made up. Normally, you just pull one Mastermind. When you pull Dark Alliance, you're going to eventually fight another one. And the way you get that second Mastermind occurs later in the game. So it's an 8-twist scheme, and on your first twist, you add a random second Mastermind to the game with 1 Mastermind tactic. 2 to 4 each give it an extra tactic, and so it's filling up the second Mastermind. And then 5 and 6 is each Mastermind captures a bystander. 7th twist, evil wins. One of the ticking clock ones. So we're going to find out what our first Mastermind is. The Supreme Intelligence of the Kree. What that means is, even though we're playing single player, because we're playing a league, we always use the always leads. And Supreme Intelligence of the Kree always leads the Kree Star Force, which I always use Ronan to represent. And finally, we're going to get a randomized henchman. In case you're wondering, the Magma Men are not in here. Because we just defeated them and we don't want to just keep repeating ourselves. Likewise, if we were randomizing in order to determine what henchmen we would get for some reason or another, we wouldn't be using the Maximum Carnage guys again. So our next group is going to be the Spider Infected. Okay. Supreme Intelligence, and the Spider Infected, and the Kree Star Force. The Spider Infected give wall crawl. Versus the Kree's major gimmick is a bunch of stones. So what I'm thinking, Elsa Bloodstone wasn't that helpful last mission, so I'm thinking we're going to set her aside and keep her for later. And then this time, we're going to buy Beast. Why Beast? And more importantly, how much does he cost? Well, keep in mind that we got 48 points. Beast costs, and every one of these heroes costs a number of points in the campaign equal to their cost in the game. So Hawkeye would be 7, Spider-Man would be 2. Yes, I've seen that before, and it's funny because Spider-Man is really cheap. And so you should be able to get him really quickly, which makes up for the fact that he's not very good, that you can actually get him quickly, and he works for a lot of different things because of the variety of colors he has. But if you want to recruit one of these guys, it's 5 times their cost. So Beast is worth 8 in-game, so in campaign, he's worth 40. Learn math with Drake the Duelist. Anyway, we're going to hire Beast, and that leaves us with 8 campaign points left. If we pull Spider-Man right now, that'd be really funny. We couldn't buy him, but it'd be funny. Captain Britain. I don't like Captain Britain. He's just not very useful. There's so many other guys I'd like more. That said, we have a neat team lineup. I picked Beast because Spider Infected give us a lot of wall crawl abilities, and Beast has a lot of cards that trigger when you have a better knowledge of what's on top of your deck. So, have Beast lined up with Groot and Lady Thor. You can set up some really nice stuff, especially by abusing the Spider Infected's wall crawl. See, this is also why, for the purposes of my league, you're using 5 henchmen, not 3. Even though it's a solo game, because 5 henchmen, you get a better characterization of the henchmen, rather than they're just little things floating around that aren't Master Strikes, and you breathe a sigh of relief when you see them because you go, whew, something I can kill, which happened way too much when I was playing normally. So that was the resolution I came to, and why I came to it. So, the next mission, should we choose to accept it, we've got Beast, Lady Thor, and I Am Groot versus Supreme Intelligence, and if they using the Dark Alliance with who, we don't know yet. But I'm confident that our array of heroes, it's not incredibly color diverse, but it should just be able to overwhelm whenever we fight. Which is helpful because the Kree Star Force is going to give out a lot of shards. There's going to be a decent amount of shard play, and I like shard play. Guardians of the Galaxy is one of my favorite expansions for Legendary. And the Spider Infected to keep things just merrily moving along. So, should we continue, we would actually get to fight this mission, and then if we had accumulated enough points, we had to buy somebody else. Now, Captain Britain, he's not very good, but he's also worth less points. He would be worth 35 points instead of 40. And considering we only have 8, we would only need, 27 points to pick him up, or Hawkeye. Whereas bigger, heavier stuff like Professor Xavier, Punisher, or Cyclops, Phoenix Force Cyclops, that is, they'd be a little harder to get because they're a bit more unique. So that's the demonstration of the Marvel Legendary League. I'll have the rules in the description of this video so you can try it at home.